Welcome to the Axis 360 how-to video. Axis 360 is your digital library of thousands of ebooks and audiobooks for all Miami-Dade County Public School students, available for free, anytime, anywhere. Let's talk about the ways you can get to Axis 360. Of course, you can download the app on all your devices, but the easiest way is to log into the student portal. Make sure you click on Apps and Services, and then locate Axis 360. Don't forget to click on the star. It'll add a link at the bottom of your student portal. The first time you open Axis 360 through your portal, it's going to ask you to select the name of the school. Make sure you see the name of your school before you remember your selection, and then select your library. Now you'll see that the school name is on the left-hand side. But before you explore Axis 360, go ahead and click on Login. Use your student portal ID one more time, and you know you've done it correctly because your name appears on the upper right-hand corner. Now let's take a look and explore the layout of Axis 360. They lay the books out side by side in rows. They call them ribbons. So the first set of ribbons are the Sunshine State books. The next set of ribbons are the featured books. These are probably the most popular ones. Whenever you see View All, that just means there's thousands more waiting for you to explore. The next set of ribbons are the fiction titles, followed by the nonfiction titles. And again, when you ever want to see more, you click on View All, and you'll get thousands more. Lots of popular books available to you to check out, add to your wish list, or place a hold if someone else is reading it. Placing a hold on a book is really easy. You just click on the button, type in your email address, confirm it, click OK, and you'll only do that the first time. And then every time you click Place Hold, you'll get an email once the book's available. Then you can check it out and start reading it. Let's talk about the other way that you can get to a book if it's already being read by someone else. You click on the arrow next to the words Place Hold, and you can add it to your wish list. That means that that book will be available to you in your wish list. If you click on the burger menu, you'll notice that that book I added to the wish list is there right now. So I can click on wish list, and there it is. And when you're anywhere in Axis 360, you know that you've added it to your wish list because a ribbon with a heart in it is draped over the front of the book. Let's go back to the main menu. Go to the burger menu and click on My Library. And once again, we have all of our books in ribbons, first the Sunshine States, and so on and so forth. Now, let's talk about what if you don't want to see any of the books that someone else is reading. You just want to see the books that are available to check out right now. Let's look at these features over here. Availability, this is one of my favorites. If you click on Available Now, it's going to show you only the books you can check out right now. And as I scroll through, you'll see that none of these books have the dreaded place hold anywhere across the screen, which is really neat because it's going to save you lots of time. Okay? I'm going to go back up to talk to you about the other feature that you have, and that's the format, because there's only two kinds of books in Axis 360. There are ebooks, and those are the ones that have the book icon on the front of the cover of the book. And then you've got your audiobooks, and those are the ones that have the headphone icon. So that simply means that on the screen, there won't be any text for you to read. It'll show you the cover of the book. There'll be a play button, a rewind button, and a forward button. You'll also have an option for doing bookmarks and things like that, but it's basically someone else reading the story to you. I like to have it set to all, because sometimes I like someone to read the book to me, but most of the time I like to do the reading myself. So that's where you get the option of seeing ebooks and audiobooks. All right, so let's go ahead and make some searches. Although I'm really intrigued by this one. I'm going to click Checkout, and then later on I'm going to read it. But I want to make a search for some classics. That's what our search bar up on top gives you the option to. You either type a title, you can type a topic, and you can also type an author, and then you can make searches. But I wanted to see which classic I was going to be reading. Ooh, Little Women, but that's an audiobook. I think I'm looking for an ebook. Maybe I want to go ahead and refine and change the format to just ebook so I don't waste any time. Tom Sawyer. Ooh, White Fang. That's a good one. The Little Princess. Alice in Wonderland. The Devil's Arithmetic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click Read Now on that one. So I can show you some features that you can see when you're in Access 360. Now, you'll notice that this blue background is set. I'm going to show you how you can change that if you don't want it. This is the display options. You can find it with the A. You can change the size of your font. You can change whether you want 1-page or 2-page. You can change the background to black with white letters or all stark white if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and page to so that you can see what it would look like if I wanted the font to go bigger, if I wanted 2-page, 1-page, if I wanted to change the background, you can see the white letters. This is what I had it originally set at. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there so you can see. And then also we have the bookmark option. If you click on the little ribbon, you click on the plus sign, it will go ahead and give you a bookmark. And the next time you open, you can go straight to that bookmark. The last one that you made will be available to you. Okay. You also have the option to access all the notes and highlights that you might have made. So let's go ahead and do one. Darth Vader. So if I highlight Darth Vader, it gives me the option to highlight where maybe I can change the color. See how I turned it purple? I can highlight it and have Google look it up to tell me what that is or define it. Darth Vader, used as a title or a name for an evil person. So you've got several options there. You can also, when you highlight, you can create a note. So if you wanted to type a note, you could do that and then save it. And then how are you going to get to it? By going up to the top and clicking on Notes and Highlights. And you'll see that I highlighted the name Darth Vader, and then I actually typed a note, evil person reference. If I wanted to get to it and edit it, I could. And if I wanted to delete it, I could as well. I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. And then it's gone. Okay, you can also search through the text of the book by clicking on search, and you can search for something. So you're like, where was it that they were talking about Darth Vader? I can just type Darth Vader and it would take me there. Okay, so those are some really great features that you have in ebooks. In the audiobooks, you'll have the bookmark feature, and which is really great to have as well, because you probably don't think about like where you left off in an audiobook. So that's a great feature to have. Now, when you're ready to leave the book, if you haven't finished reading it, just close the tab and it'll leave you right where you left off in Access 360. I'm going to go back to my library and I'm going to go ahead and show you that I now have the 2 books that I checked out. When I'm ready to go back in, I just click on Read Now. You'll notice that they're due in a couple of weeks. And then when the date comes very close, like maybe on February 22nd, Access 360 will then give me the option to be able to renew the book. But if it passes, then Access 360 will just remove it from your account. That just means you'll have to go back in, search for it, and check it out again if you meant to continue reading it and you just forgot. You can always return the book. If you're ready and you've read it before the time, you just click return and someone else can start reading it. And then this is the option that you want to use if you think you're going to be somewhere where there's no internet. You would click on download when you do have it, and then it'll download it to your device before you head into an area that maybe has spotty coverage. That's something that, but normally we all have internet access, so you would just click read now and it'll show it to you online. So I've shown you how to make searches for classics, which is like a topic, and you can also type a specific title of a book, and then you can also type an author. This is a real popular author. And you'll notice that the place hold seems to be available. Again, this is a really popular author. But if I wanted to, I can add to the wish list any and all. And once you've added something to a wish list, a ribbon will be placed right over the cover of the book with a little heart. And you know that means it's already in your wish list. You can always go to the burger menu to click and see what you have at a glance. You can only check out 3, so I really only have space for 1 more. And then it'll also tell you how many you have in holds. You can browse by subject right here. It gives you some popular subjects that you can click on. And you can also go back and search by, maybe you just want to see the sunshine states. You would click on it and it'll show you the sunshine states and nothing more. Okay? So those are some really great time savers for you. We talked about availability. We talked about the formats of the books. We made searches on the search bar. I wanted to show you what the books look like and the vivid color that you have available when you check out books that have either illustrations or images. So, The Telltale Heart. So this is a graphic novel of a story written by Edgar Allan Poe, classic author. So let's go ahead and go in and explore the book and see the vivid colors and the way Axis 360 lays them out on your page. Nice. Really, really nice. So you see how now if I go back up to the top and I wanted to see what kind of options I have, I can fit it to the screen this way and it'll just stretch it out, which I kind of like this format because it really fills in your screen. And then once you change that up there, it will remain that way throughout as you're enjoying the book. In this case, you would have to scroll to see the rest of it simply because that's the layout you chose. Okay? But I think you kind of enjoy these illustrations a little bit more because it's a little more zoomed in. And again, you have the option for the bookmark, and you can still at any point in time highlight something, even if they're in a speech bubble or a thought bubble, you still have access to those tools. I'm going to close this screen and let's go ahead and take a look and see. So here we have the 3 books we checked out. I can always click on it so I can see what I have available to me. If I ever wanted to return a book, it's giving me the option here. And again, what I said before, you can download it if you think you're going to be in spotty internet. And always read now. If it's an audiobook, it'll say listen now. And again, the due dates will be there at a glance. There's really no limit to how many books you can have in your wish list. Right now, I only have 3, but you can add tons more. Let's go back to my library so you can see that now Axis 360 shows you first the books you have checked out, and then again, all the ribbons we talked about earlier. So I think that's all that we have as far as Axis 360, all the basics that you'll need to start enjoying and reading. I hope you use Axis 360 again and again. Don't forget to log out if you're on a device where you share it with others. And then, of course, don't forget to log out of your portal because you want to protect your account. So come back again and again. Axis 360 is available to you for free, anytime, anywhere. Happy readings, everyone.